Good morning, girls. Let's continue with the chapter polynomials. You know that we started with the chapter 2 days back, and we have done what is a polynomial, what are the different kinds of polynomials. We have done what is the degree of the polynomial, what is the coefficient of the given term. Then we have done monomial, binomial, and so on. Yesterday I explained you what is the zero of the polynomial and how do we find the zero of the polynomial. Right? Now based on that I told you to complete exercise 2.1 and 2.2, and I also discussed some questions with you yesterday. Now today we will continue with some extra questions which I have taken out from a reference book. Based on your previous knowledge, I have taken out some questions which I would like to show you here, but they won't be clearly visible to you. I will send the pic of this page in the WhatsApp group. What you will do, you will copy these questions, complete them. Some of them I am trying to finish now in my video just now, and if you have any queries or doubts, you can ask me, right? But please see that you complete your work on time, do your studies regularly, and if any doubts, if any queries are there, you can always ask me, right? So let's begin with the questions. I will read the question for you. So the first one says, find the zero of the given polynomial, right? The expression given to you is, in the first one, px is equal to 2x plus 3. You have to find that value of x which we substitute here so that we get 0. Okay, that number will be called the zero of the polynomial. So if I take, suppose, x equal to 1, the value of x which I assume here is x is equal to 1. So if I substitute p1 as 2 into 1, which will give you 2, and 2 plus 3 will give you 5. So definitely 1 is not the zero of the given polynomial. Now if I take p as 0, that means if I take x as 0, actually what I am doing here, I am taking x as 1, here x as 0. So if I put 2 into 0, it will be 0 plus 3, that will give you 3. So again you are not getting 0 here. So your next value of x, if I take it as minus 3 by 2, I can assume any value of x. So if I take p of minus 3 by 2, I will write here 2x plus 3, 2 into minus 3 by 2 and plus 3. When I say 2 into minus 3 by 2, this 2 will cancel and I will get minus 3 plus 3, which is equal to 0. So we can assume any value of x, and in those values, whichever value will give us 0, that will be called the zero of the given polynomial. So in this case, for this given polynomial, x is equal to minus 3 upon 2 is the zero of the polynomial, right? So these type of questions I've taken out. So similarly, in question number 1, we have two more parts. Px is 4x square plus 25 and px is equal to x, x plus 2 and x minus 3. So you will look for the values of x, and wherever you get 0, that number will be the zero of the given polynomial. Next, write the degree of the polynomial root 5. I repeat, write the degree of the polynomial root 5. What is root 5? Root 5 is a constant term, right? Root 5 is a constant term. So if we have to write the any constant in terms of the degree, so what we do, I explained this also. Root 5 I can write as root 5x to the power of 0, or I can write root 5y to the power of 0. This variable is of my choice or your choice, right? So here x is equal to x to the power of 0 is equal to 1, right? Because if you write x to the power of 0 is equal to 1, it will ultimately give you the same answer, root 5. But my concern is, what is the degree? So the degree of the given constant, this is a constant polynomial. So the degree of this constant polynomial is equal to 0. As I told you before also, that the degree of the constant polynomial is always 0. Okay. So I told you, based on your previous knowledge, I have taken out some questions for you. Next, what is the coefficient of a raised to the power of 3 in the expansion of 2a minus 5 raised to the power of 3. Okay. So, a minus 5 the whole cube, right? 2a minus 5 the whole cube, and when you solve this, you will get a term in a cube, and for a cube you have to find the coefficient. But you know, in your previous class you have done identities, right? Square identities. You have not done cubic identities. So for this question I will tell you what is the identity for cube, right? So you can write a minus b the whole cube is equal to a cube minus b cube minus 3ab into a minus b. We will learn these also in this class. Just now for this particular question, because you need an identity here, we can write a minus b the whole cube is equal to a cube minus b cube minus 3ab a minus b. When you solve this, you will get a term in a cube, and for a cube you have to write what? Coefficient. Okay, so you can do this. You will be able to do. In the next question, question 4 says, find the degree of the polynomial. Again, the polynomial is given to you. You will write the given polynomial and write the degree. What is degree? Degree is the highest power of the given variable. And I also told you that in this chapter, polynomials, we will only stress the polynomials with one variable. Okay, there are polynomials with 2 variables or 3 variables, but in this class we are going to deal with polynomials with only one variable. Okay, so there are 2 questions, then you will find the degree. Question number 5. Now in the next question you have to write a binomial of degree 27. You know what is a binomial? Binomial is a polynomial with 2 terms. So you will write a term in such a way that the degree of the given polynomial is 27. Okay, so you have to think of these examples on your own. Then you have to write a trinomial of the value of the degree 20. What is the degree 20? The highest power of the variable will be 20, and there has to be 3 terms. Why? Because it's a trinomial, right? So all these things you will keep in mind and find out these answers. Then one more question is there. Find the value of the polynomial. The polynomial is, I'll do this question for you on the board. The polynomial is 12x square. This is question number 6. 12x square minus 7x plus 1. Okay, this is a polynomial given to you, and you have x equal to 14. No, not 14, 1 by 4. X is equal to 1 by 4. We will substitute x is equal to 1 by 4 in this polynomial and find the value of this. So they are asking you to evaluate and find this value. So let's solve this. 12x square. If it is 12x square, we'll write 12 into 1 by 4 the whole square, because x is equal to 1 by 4, minus 7 into 1 by 4 plus 1. Okay, so now what? 12 into, what is 4 square? 1 square is 1, 4 square is 16, minus 7 upon 4 plus 1. Now since you've got fractions here, you will find the LCM. 12 upon 16 we can simplify. 4 4s are and 4 3s are. Okay, so we will write 3 by 4 minus 7 by 4, and for 1 I can write 4 by 4. This concept is clear to you. We have done in the previous class that for 1 we can write as a denominator. I'll take 4 here because this is a common denominator, and 4 by 4 will give you 1. Okay, so therefore 3 by 4 minus 7 by 4 plus 4 by 4. LCM is 4. 3 minus 7 plus 4. What is 3 plus 4? 3 plus 4 is 7. 3 plus 4 is 7, and 7 minus 7 upon 4, which is 0 by 4, and therefore it is equal to 0. Okay, so when we are substituting x is equal to 1 by 4, we are getting the answer 0. So can we say that x is equal to 1 by 4 is the 0 of this given polynomial? Definitely yes, because we are getting, on solving, we are getting the answer 0. Okay, so what you will do today, you will copy these questions, and please take your studies seriously, girls. Don't waste your time. Complete your work today, and tomorrow we are going to start with the new topic in this chapter, and that is remainder theorem. Right, so you will just go through your textbook, see the exercise, complete your work. Any doubts you can ask me, right? But provided, please see that you complete your work on time, so that there is no tension for you, right? Thank you.